How's it going, everybody? My name is Jason with Hunter's Friend, and we are going to take a closer look at the Bone Collector 4-pin by Apex. Now, I'm going to go ahead and warn you guys up front, I'm a huge fan of this site, and most of that is because I like things that are affordable, but that are also loaded down with things that are usually not so affordable. So, as rare as that is, finding a product that has all the fancy stuff, but that isn't, in the price range of the fancy stuff, it's hard to come by that kind of thing. But we actually have an example of it here, and that's kind of why this site stands out. I wanted to talk about it in depth a little bit. Again, that is the Bone Collector by Apex, and it is a 4-pin. I actually got one I just opened here. Just obvious stuff straight out of the package. It is extremely well made and durable. You can feel how well machined it is and durable it is. We've put these to the test. I've had one for years and I've never had any issues at all with it. It just feels good and sturdy. It has an optional push button, which is always great. And a thing I like that most people really wouldn't think into, but it's not one of those super sensitive buttons that if you breathe on it they'll turn on. You actually kind of have to push down on it right in the center to get the light to come on. I say that because I've had so many side lights in the past that are just really sensitive and they get turned on by accident in my case or something, and then the battery dies and it's a pain. But here you actually have to put some, you actually have to be right in the middle and push down on it to get it to come on and off, which will help keep your battery safe. And you can see just how much of a difference it actually makes. It just makes those green pins glow. Speaking of the pins, as you see, this is something that I think more sites should do because it's really kind of brilliant. But there's a step down here. The top 2 pins are larger, the bottom 2 pins are a little smaller, and that's because the top 2 are 0.019 and these are 0.010. And it's actually really creative, and I'll tell you why. Again, it's another one of those things you don't realize is a good idea until you actually try it. And what we have here is at a distance, like if you ever shot it at a range or something, once you get something way down range, 50-60 yards plus, the target looks smaller and smaller. So putting a larger pin on the target at that distance actually blocks out a lot of what you're looking at. So having a smaller pin to put on a target at such a distance really helps. It lets you see more of your target, lets you be more accurate. Again, if you've never really had a chance to try a smaller pin at a distance, you don't really know what you're missing, but I definitely recommend it. Even if it's not with this site, if it's something you ever run into, at least give it a try and see if it's right for you. It has a ghost ring, and it has a really well done sturdy level that's really clear and easy to see. The side itself is adjustable from left to right, so it's ambidextrous. And some of the fancy bells and whistles I was talking about, this is the kind of thing you normally don't see on a site that's as affordable as this one. This is the toolless adjustment. So as everybody who's ever shot a bow knows, if you normally go to make any kind of adjustment, you have to have Allen wrenches with you. You bust them out, you loosen them up, you make your adjustments accordingly. Here you don't have to do that. If you're just out shooting and need to make a small change, you can loosen the wing nut. Say I need to make an elevation, or a windage change here. I can do elevation or windage, but say for the sake of just this demonstration, I need to make a small windage adjustment. I need to just turn this little wing nut here. So that has loosened the bracket, so now I can make the adjustment. And it is also micro adjust. So I don't know if you've ever had this problem, but being out and shooting at the range or whatever, and you go to make a very small adjustment, you loosen it up and try to wiggle it and actually move it way more than you meant to. That it happens, and it can usually cause you to be in more of a mess than you started at. But the micro adjust feature helps cut that down. You just loosen it up, and every click of this knob is actually the side moving. So if you just need to make a very small adjustment, you just loosen the wing nut, turn the knob, and you've done it, which is pretty awesome. Honestly, it's extremely helpful. Another one of those, once you've tried it and seen how much it helps, you kind of want to stick with it. Same with elevation, just loosen the wing nut and turn the knob accordingly, and you're rolling. I will kind of say again, that is the kind of thing you don't normally see in sites that are any less than $175 or something like that. That's the kind of thing you usually see in sites that are more expensive. And again, it is adjustable from left to right, so the stickers can flip. All the pins have their own individual adjustment. All in all, it's an extremely well done site. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick glimpse of that. It's one of those things you really have to kind of try out for yourself to know just how good it can be and how much it will help you. So if you're in the market for a good sight, most certainly check it out, research it, make sure it's right for you. All these bells and whistles, just to be honest, it's not vital or crucial in any way. Some people don't like them, some people do. That's what's so cool about it, though. It's all personal preference. That's why there's so many options. It's just part of the fun is figuring out what's right for you. So definitely check it out, though, if you're in the market for one. And one more time, that is the Apex Bone Collector 4-pin.